Hello. The Harrelson Award is given to an individual in the motion picture industry whose humanitarian efforts have brought credit to the industry. To his cause, Michael J. Fox has brought understanding, empathy, and resolve, and with it, inspiration to millions who now stand a little taller, speak in a voice a little stronger, and hold on just a little tighter to something all of humanity needs a whole lot more of: hope. I was at a party in Hollywood, and I don't recall the specifics of the time, other than it was in the mid-'80s, and it was a Thursday, and it was about 8:34 p.m. Other than that, I don't really remember. But naturally, I was in the kitchen, where all good parties end up, and I just stepped outside for a little air. And and suddenly, I come back, seemed like everyone at the party just evaporated. So I walk into the living room, and there is everybody watching a television show. So I stopped and watched, and there was this kid who looked to be in high school on the screen, and he was electric. What he could do with a look or a pause. I was watching a phenomenon in the making. And I think of myself as pretty funny, and very funny when I'm high. But this guy was a master class in comedy. And that was my first introduction to Michael J. Fox. A year or two later, he did Back to the Future. He was the biggest star in the world. And we were having a Cheers Christmas party. I know you remember this, Mike. And he came by, and this was when I first actually got to meet him, and he was incredibly gracious. And he loved the show, and he loved my character, I will say. And he has this amazing ability when people approach him to tell him how great he is. He turns the tables and he makes those people feel great. And I would see him do this so many times over so many years. Mike he's a genuinely great guy. What can I say? He's Canadian. And we had a nice chat. And then he got up on stage with the band, who was doing Johnny B. Good, and he did his solo from Back to the Future. And I can tell you, everyone from the Cheers cast and crew felt very lucky to witness this performance, other than one lady who was not feeling Christmassy and who promptly kicked him out. Yes, and that woman became my wife. Sorry, it's a cheap joke. No, but anyway. So I had this company making round beach towels. So now when the sun moves, your towel doesn't have to. Yeah, I tell you, it was another one of those savant investments that's really kept me in fine fettle all these years. So I brought over to Mike a couple of towels as an apology for getting kicked out of the party, and he said, "Let's hang out sometime." And I said, "Okay, yeah, let's hang out sometime." And we became good friends. A bit later, he recommended me for a part in a film called Doc Hollywood. And that's good, the old people cheering. But it was it was my leap from Cheers to the big screen, and I owe it to you, Mike,